the night on the track.
It's the men's 100 metres. This is oozing with quality. Sadly, Kashane Thompson, the Olympic silver medalist, was a very late withdrawal here. A bit of tightness in warm-up in Poland at the weekend and decided not to.
All right, what's going on, guys? Dan AK Numbers back again with another Minecraft Let's Play. Today we have the men's 200-meter Diamond League in Rome. You just heard the commentators say that Kashane Thompson will not be running due to some type of tightness. Let's see, where did they say he was tight? Probably another hamstring, right?
Kashane Thompson, the Olympic silver medalist, was a very late withdrawal here. A bit of tightness in warm-up in Poland at the week.
So they don't actually necessarily say where, but they are saying that he's experiencing tightness. So likely either an injury or, you know, like I said, these athletes are running a lot. We just watched the 400 meters. Quincy Hall ended up not running due to a tightness in his quads, I believe they said. Either way, it really just comes down to the fact that these athletes have been running since the Olympics and they have not stopped. So that kind of tells you why all of these athletes are feeling some type of tightness. Either way, I do have all of the athletes competing listed on the screen here. So in lane 1, we have Abdul, I can't say the name, I'm sorry. Lane 2, Akeem Blake. Lane 3, Christian Coleman. Lane 4, Fred Curley. Lane 5, we have Lamont Marcel Jacobs. Lane 6, we have Letsile Tebogo. Lane 7, Ferdinand Amenyala. Lane 8, we have Jeremiah Azu. And lane 9, we have Kyrie King. I did want to mention when I read the everybody that's competing, I think it's kind of strange that they don't give Kyrie King a little bit more credit. If this had been any other athlete, aka Noah Lyles, they would be discussing the fact that he has been running the 400 meters, the 200 meters, and right now he's running the 100 meters. So he's obviously a very versatile athlete, very consistent. And I think if he was anybody else, he would likely get a little bit more praise. But sadly, you know, sometimes they pick and choose the athletes they really want to like highlight and discuss on. So either way, Kyrie King deciding to run this 100 meters, probably going to perform pretty well. Either way, let's just watch and find out. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get to the race.
League finals in Brussels. Eseme, Simbini, Coleman, who's here, and so the lineup again. Sunny Brown in 1, Japan. Blake, Jamaica 2. Coleman, USA, and King complete the lineup.
Thank you so much for tuning into the track coverage today, guys. If you wanted to support me and what I do here, I do have a little PayPal link in the description. You could donate $1. You could donate $2. You don't have to donate at all. It's just there in case you wanted to support me. I was making these videos on YouTube, but sadly my channel is terminated, so I'm not getting paid to do this. I just do it as a hobby. I'll also have a link to my eBay page. I mostly sell Pokemon stuff, so if you wanted to buy something there and support me, you know, you get something out of it, as well as you end up supporting the channel so I can continue to make videos like this. Either way, you don't have to. It's there if you want to. Thank you so much for watching. Let's get into the video.
Men's 100 meters. Safely away, great, but also coming well is Tebogo. Curly's got work to do, but Coleman, no, Tebogo's looking over. Goodness me, Tebogo wins it. 987, the cheeky chappy.
Okay, let's rewatch from the beginning here. Give me 1 minute. Over here in lane 8, Jeremiah Azu does not have a great start. Maybe that's how he prefers the start, so maybe I'm wrong, but it just seems like he wasn't in the right position, and that's like the first thing I noticed from this race. Just take a look here. He was leaning so far, but he does, when the gun goes off, I have to admit, he does like recover from a strange start extremely well, but you can kind of just tell that it messed him up throughout the race. So he's trying to get going, he's trying to get in his drive phase, but everybody else is running pretty smooth here. If you take a look, Coleman is actually leading right here. And let's see, we actually have Fred Curley in this race as well. He's right behind Letsile, but right ahead of Lamont Marcel Jacobs here. Fred Curley is right there in lane 4, I believe. I already watched this, so Letsile Tebogo gives a little look to the left as to say, like, I should have won the 100 meters in Paris. Now I'm here in Rome. Let me show you who was supposed to win the 100 meters. And if you guys did watch all of the Olympics, you would know that Letsile Tebogo had a much harder road to get to finals than Noah Lyles. So Noah Lyles had some easier races leading up to the finals of the Olympics, which might have led him to be a little bit less sore and a little bit less tight, which means that he would have an advantage over Tebogo. But in this case scenario, if Noah Lyles was here, Tebogo probably would have walked him down again as well. And we have Christian Coleman there in second, Fred Curley in third, followed by Akeem Blake. I'm going to pull up the results on the screen here now. And the results are as followed. We have Letsile Tebogo in a 9.87, Christian Coleman in a 9.92, Fred Curley 9.95, Akeem Blake 10.03, Abdul Hakim Sani Brown in 10.05, Kyrie King 10.07, Ferdinand Amenyala 10.08, Jeremiah Azu in a 10.17. Like I said, he had a poor start. He's actually really fast. He might have finished better if he didn't have a bad start there. And Lamont Marcel Jacobs in a 10.20. Lamont Marcel Jacobs ran a 100 meters, I believe it was either like last week. Either way, people were saying that they were happy to see him performing well after the Olympics and that he didn't completely explode after. But as you could see, it seems like this is the time that his body tends to break down. But not even in a bad way. I think some athletes they perform better when they have more rest. That's really it. Like, it's not that, and like, yeah, you could picture it and you could put it in a way that, like, yeah, Christian Coleman, Fred Curley, and Letsile Tebogo, you could have them run a lot over and over again, multiple times in a month, multiple times in a year, and they're going to run consistently fast, whereas runners like Lamont Marcel Jacobs will have very fast races, but then a lot of the other time be mostly coasting and cruising, and, just running not 100% his top speeds, but, running in a way that maintains his athleticism so that he doesn't get an injury and he's able to compete the next following year. Yeah, I mean, you can look at it as, like, more consistently from other athletes, though. There is definitely a way that you could see that. Either way, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. That was the men's 100 meters for Rome today. Those are the results. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys next race.